I much prefer doing more recent articles, but this was sent to me, and you know what? I really want to get into this because it's just the epitome of female logic. And this is coming to us from the Daily Mail, and it was written in May 2016. Agony of being a 50-50 mom, so this is some UK British shit. Women once held the upper hand in custody battles. Now fathers are winning equal, notice all caps, access, and mothers are struggling to cope. Oh my Jesus. Oh my Jesus. That's because you were never supposed to split with the dude in the first place, dipshit. Now it's a Daily Mail article, so all the one thing I do appreciate about Daily Mail is that all of the main points of the article are in the first few moments. So Nicola Hewitt, 42, an office manager from Kinley, Surrey, faces the trauma of being without her children, Devon, 10, and Sunny, 8, every weekend, when she gets them the other 5 days out of the week. That's very weird. Veronica Sweeney Bird, a 33-year-old bar worker from Tunbridge Wells, a week on, week off, shared care arrangement for her 2 daughters. Mothers are having to divide time with their children equally with their exes. My goodness, what the shame! Oh! Okay. I do not this is Modern Family, right? They had a whole TV show called Modern Family where everybody split up, and the people who made the person aren't particularly the people raising the person. And guess what? That no bueno, my guys. I'm sorry. I feel terrible for these 2 kids right here who have to go, but whose mother, because more than likely, ladies, not to be a jerk, I know every situation is individual. But like over 80% of the time, the mothers initiate the divorce because they've decided that what's best for their children is no longer important to them. Because having that that synergy between the mother and father is so important. It really is. And it's really led to a huge decline in marriage. Like I've said on this channel multiple times, there's no longer an incentive to being married. There's no longer an incentive really to, the interactions between men and women that have ultimately built this great nation that we all like to sit here and take for granted. But or over there in the UK as well, just like the great Western civilization, all right, and just all in together with this. Is the mom in this? Which one is this one? I think this is that's Devon and Sunny. So I think that this is the Hewitt chick, and I guess like for a British lady, okay, yeah, worth a couple pumps, no strokes, but a couple of pumps. And I'm really feeling bad for my man's haircut right here, but that's also how you can kind of tell they're British, because he looks like a mini beetle. But let's get into this. Every mother lives for those small, joyful moments with her child when her child masters something new. A book once too challenging, the telling of a joke previously stumbled over, a food devoured that had formerly been rejected. Just in my experience, like my dad was more of the teacher of the hey, I'm gonna sit you down and we gonna figure this whole thing out, as opposed to mom. But then again, 2-parent household, so they had that ability to bounce off of each other, as opposed to, oh yeah, I'm gonna be sole for this for 5 days, and your dad gets you for 2 days, but I'm still gonna sit here and talk about, oh yeah, it's equal. That's nowhere near equal. And it's nowhere near what your children deserve, regardless of what bullshit that they tell you, because, oh, they're very empathetic to your feelings because, oh, your mom. For it's in the gentle minutiae of a little one's life that you really see their budding personality grow. Imagine then the agonizing pain of being privy to your child's life for only half the time. Just so we're clear, 5 is a lot more than 2. Just saying. The milestones missed, the lost cuddles before bedtime, the long nights spent wondering if they are sleeping sweetly or crying out for mommy. Then stay your ass in a damn relationship. Damn it, like he's sitting there, oh my goodness, like oh, I'm so concerned about my children. You should have been concerned about them when you decided to be selfish with it. Because if you were like, if you couldn't see yourself being with the father long term or anything else like that, then you shouldn't have had his children. Plain and simple. You should have held that on out, but you didn't. So guess what? That's a role you locked yourself into. But what we've done is we've set forward all of these different policies that allow women to just be like, okay, bet I'm out. And I'm taking half of the shit. No, nothing else matters. And with the children, like they can sit there, cry all they want. Mommy comes first. No, not the fun, Brazzer shit. But like in her emotional well being, and then they always end up miserable. They always will find something to complain about. So I was right. This is the Nicole Hewitt chick. This is the reality for Britain's growing legion of 50-50 mothers, which isn't 50-50. Like there's 7 days in a week. 5 is more than 2, dipshits, who divide their time with the children equally with their, it's not equal with their exes. It's a growing phenomenon that on the surface might seem the fairest way to separate parents to organize their lives. But it comes to an emotional price. It comes at an emotional price for the mothers involved. And the consequences for the children are as yet untold. No. They've been told. They've been told several times over. And guess what? My man's probably going to become alphabetical, and so is the kid, all right? And completely steer clear of of the type of long-term committed relationships that would make Nicola here a grandmother. And and then continue to spread legacy and spread family and spread the bloodline. That's how that's supposed to operate. But guess what? We live in 2020 where everybody's equal. Men and women are the exact same thing, and the mother's feelings trump whatever is best for the children. What's best for the children, I don't give a shit. Statistics are on my side on this one. What's best for the children is having a 2-parent household with the nuclear family. The nuclear family is what's best for the children. Let's continue. Veronica Sweeney Bird is one such mother who wishes more than anything that her 2 little girls were having a more relaxed, stable childhood. Instead, every other Thursday, she drops one off at nursery and one at primary school, full of foreboding as she kisses them goodbye. Okay, well, if you wanted your children to have a stable childhood, that was kind of on you when you decided who you was going to allow to dump a load in you, lady. A week-on, week-off shared care arrangement with her ex-husband is the high price Veronica has to pay for her broken marriage that she broke purposefully. And 2 years on from the split, she still struggles with to cope with the moment she says goodbye to her girls for 7 long days. Okay, he sounds like he has them a little bit more 50-50 than the other chick does. I so hate being a 50-50 mother, says the 33-year-old bar worker from Tunbridge Wells, who was married for 7 years. When it's not my week to have the children, I have to try to switch off from being a mom, and it's so very hard. Well, if you stayed married, if you didn't sit there and it's like, oh my goodness, I'm every woman. And I can't speak to a particular individual. I'm just going off the statistics here because 80% of divorces are initiated by the wife. So I'm just going off statistics. So, but if you didn't sit there and say, oh yes, I'm every woman and I can have my happiness, you didn't take any of this shit into account. You didn't take any of it into account. You went with your impulse. Oh my goodness, I'm just gonna destroy my marriage, and the kids. Good luck, girls. To distract myself from the pain, I throw myself into work, working all the hours I can to keep me occupied. So then why didn't you just stay married if you ain't going to be throwing yourself on top of some schmeat? But $20 says that she thought there was going to be a whole buffet of boners out there for her, but no, not at all. Buffet of boners. When they're not here, I daren't even go into the girls' room because just seeing all their clothes and toys is very painful. I know I'll just dissolve into tears and won't be able to function. Veronica only ventures into their room the night before they are due home to tidy up and get ready for their return. I know they're coming back, so I feel more excited than upset and can handle it, she says. Although her ex-husband lives just a 10-minute walk away. Really? Oh my God. Relations are strained, and there is little contact between them apart from a court ordered FaceTime conversation with her daughters, Ziva 5 and Tally 3, every other day while they are with him. Even that is hard because Ziva doesn't like talking on the phone, and I can't force her, says Veronica. On Mother's Day this year, Veronica wasn't even able to speak to the girls, as it didn't fall on her court-appointed FaceTime day. Something, she says, she found utterly heartbreaking. All of this is stuff that she did not take into account before she decided to dissolve her marriage. Although she trusts her ex-husband implicitly with the care of her girls, the lack of easy communication means she knows little of what they do in their time apart. More than this, decisions about their care are often made that are out of her control. I once went to pick the girls up on my Thursday and was shocked to see that he had taken them to the hairdressers without telling me, says Veronica. Tally's hair had just grown long enough to tie into ponytails, and now was too short to tie up. I was devastated. Oh. Okay, and recently her ex informed her that Ziva would be going to an after-school judo class every weekend, which encroaches on her own week with the girl. Oh no. This is why. Oh my goodness. Okay, I think I'm done. Okay. All right. Because this is ridiculous. If you just stayed married and living with your husband the whole nine, then you wouldn't have to worry about any of this. This is like, but you can't play on the team. That's the thing. You like the feminism has just completely wrecked these chicks, man, and they are no longer team players. I'm Pippen, I'm Jordan, I'm Rodman, I'm the whole 96 Bulls. Was that 96? I'm not sure. Either way, like she's the whole team now. And honestly, and I did this video a long time ago where I was like, you know what? They used to play like a Pippen, but now you're playing like Stephon Marbury. How many chips Stephon Marbury got, at least in the NBA? Donut. So, but it is what it is, man. I just feel terrible for these kids because these kids are the ones that really suffer throughout it. And if you taking your kids' feelings into account and what's best for your children was just literally statistically best for your children into account, guess who wouldn't be sitting here struggling to cope? Yeah, you'd be upset. You'd be feeling some kind of way about some things that your husband did and stuff like that. But yeah, you're kind of designed to just complain. So it is what it is. All right, get over it. You'll be fine. Well, how do you raise the best people possible? And unfortunately, that's not been the standard. Now, how do we raise the best human beings possible that can contribute and really help towards, moving our society forward? That's no longer the case. It's how do I feel? How do I feel about this? That's what matters the most is my feelings. And unfortunately, your feelings matter less than fecal matter on tissue in the grand scheme of the universe and what humanity aims to accomplish. All right, I'm just gonna be honest about that. So, guys, with that being said, we're gonna bring this one to an end. All the internet stuff. If you like this, also like, dislike, go ahead, do that too. Nobody's scared of you. Sub if you enjoy my fantastic voice and you want to get videos like this every single day. Share because sharing is caring, and YouTube and BitChute like aren't the biggest fans of your boy over here for very obvious reasons. Bang the bell ding, for notifications and speak. Let me know. What do you think in the comments? Like you sitting here complaining about equal access when most of these fathers aren't even getting equal access. They get a weekend with the kids and they're given to the mom. When in all reality, you lay down with this individual, you let him blow clearly multiple loads inside of you. So yeah, you were making a lifelong decision right there, and you should be, and for lack of a better word, not given so many options to be able to bail and balk on that decision, at least in my opinion. But hey, you might feel differently, and that's what I have a comment section for. So until the next one.